So, this is my third competition, my third installment of IDPA Diaries. I didn't notice any drastic improvements from the last time I shot, but I did notice that when I approached it mentally a little bit differently, that I did feel a little bit of improvement. What I did do differently this time around was I decided to take notes in between my turns of shooting. So with that being said, we're going to do it like I usually do. I'm just going to go ahead and just show you all the stages of that shot, and then at the end I'll just come back with my commentary. All right, folks.
I got a lot of. Well, I thought I threw one really bad, but I didn't have any misses. They were all in the paper, so I'm happy. 10-7, all in paper. And how far is that? 20 yards?
Yeah, I got to squeeze down more.
Stand by.
Took your lead, leaned out, no, ready out like that.
Yeah, you might as well. Nothing in the rules that says you can't do that. He's shooting a 19.
Okay, so let's run down. So we're going.
You're going to start with your hand on the car. At the buzzer, you're going to turn, shoot that guy twice. Go to the right side of the barrel, shoot those guys twice. Go to the barricade over there, either side. Everybody gets twice.
Yeah, that happened like 5
Face down range, load and make ready.
Ready.
Shooter is ready. Stand by.
I don't know that I want to do that. Wow.
Started at 9. That is a lot.
If you're not loading, it's fine. If you're loading, the key.
The long range one? That's 18 down.
You're ready.
Shooter indicates ready. Stand by.
14 something before. I remember my time. One down over there. I haven't shot this shot. I like that. That long range will kick my ass. Long range one. I think I was 15. 4 down. I was having something with 18 down. I figured out that one. But I was like, you know, I'll tell you what. This is an excuse. Being your first stage up in Oregon. Well, and I'm always answering the first stage. But also, my gun range, I'm using that frog loop now. Yeah. And it's the first time. I didn't even think about it. But as soon as I started shooting, I was like, it doesn't look bad. It just runs different. I got to get used to it. Smoother. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It runs all right. It's just different. What's that? It runs different. It feels different. Well, it's a metal condition. Yeah, heat the gun up, right? Yeah, you heat it up with a heat gun, and then put it on, and it's paste and liquid. And I've seen videos. 6 months that I'm cleaning it, pull the barrel out, and the carbon just went. I did. I bought it at least some in Arizona. That way I wouldn't have
57 p.m.
I didn't find out off the period until after I bought it.
But yeah, I actually do.
Yeah,
it's like 50 meg file.
Instead of having your arm float down here, instead of makes you kind of want to turn a little bit, just tuck it in somewhere.
Okay.
You know, you put it down here.
I know, it's not.
I do. Well, you're right. You read that. I struggle with that. I don't have anything really, but it's the one of the parts of the game that really.
Long as what?
Gets on big match. I can't wait an hour to shoot. I can't talk that much.
Walk right around behind one, no shoots.
I really admire people that can get ahead in the game like that.
The theme for this competition was slow down. I probably slowed down mentally more than I did physically. I was still moving kind of fast if you look at some of the videos. I still in a lot of ways am in the defensive pistol shooting mindset. The first two competitions, I really didn't pay too much attention to the type of gun that was being used by the other competitors. Almost all of them used Glock 34's. Those guns are designed to help you improve from a competition standpoint. And I actually had a number of people who came to me and were like, you know, your gun's too small. Well, not that it was too small, but basically just kind of giving me advice of don't be too hard on yourself because you're probably the only one out here actually shooting a defensive handgun. Meaning basically that I'm carrying a gun that's considered a concealed carry weapon. I don't think I'm at a point yet where I want to start actually running the competition guns. I want to see how good I can get with my carry gun. And then from there, once I feel I've reached a point where I'm like, okay, I've become proficient enough, then I'll go ahead and move over to the competition type guns. When I actually decided to slow down, I actually felt like I was thinking my shots too much. And I think that actually hurt me more than it helped me because I do have a bad flinch, which I need to work out on my own. But when I was shooting, my mind was really focused on things like making sure the sight picture was correct, the trigger squeeze, the recoil. And in doing so, I think that hindered me from the standpoint of it just didn't come naturally. My shooting wasn't natural like it would typically be. Now, if I was just running and gunning it and doing point shooting, I probably wouldn't be thinking so much. And I don't know, I may even next competition around decide to just point shoot the damn thing all the way through and see how I do. But I did feel like I was overthinking it and thinking too much instead of just shooting. So what I noticed is when I'm on the move, I have a tendency to take my hand off of the gun and run with the gun in one hand. Somebody gave me some advice there, was telling me that if I'm running from one station to another and it's a short distance, just to keep my support hand still on the gun and facing it down range. And that'll help me from a time standpoint because then I don't need to reset up, acquire my sights the same way all over again. At least I have that component already down and it's a matter of just lining my sights up. Some of the rules are annoying. I mean, I just have to be honest, they are. But I can't really knock the rules simply because they are totally based on safety. They err on the side of safety more so than improvement in your shooting ability. And I can't really blame them for that. But they do get a little annoying and they're a little cumbersome. So just keep that in mind if you decide to start shooting IDPA, that the rules may really start to get on your nerves. And it's little stuff. For instance, if your back is turned and you have to turn around, draw, then fire, if you turn around and draw while you're turning around, that gets you disqualified. And so you have to completely turn all the way around, then draw, then fire. So if you watch one of the stages that I shot, I actually literally did the slowest turn ever, waited till I stopped, pulled, then drew, then fired. Simply because I drove way too far to be disqualified and have to drive all the way back home. So I also erred on the side of caution and basically decided to just do a complete turn, stop, then pull, which probably hurt me on time, but I'd rather that than go all the way home. Once again, the mighty steel. In one of the stages, the steel pretty much destroyed that whole stage for me. I knocked one of them down, and then the second steel plate I could not hit to save my life. I don't know what it is about me and steel, but we do not get along. I enjoy shooting steel, but I suck when it comes to actually shooting them. And so that stage literally completely blew my time out. I almost ran out of ammunition just on that steel. Somebody yelled out, skip it. So I skipped the steel, finished the course, and then whatever remaining shots I had, I tried to go back and hit the steel. To no avail, I didn't hit it. So I really got to work on that. That's more of a mental thing, I believe, because on the last stage that I shot, this last stage in this competition, there were 2 silhouette steel targets, and that time around I got them first shot. One shot wouldn't kill both of them. So it's kind of an ebb and flow. I did the same thing the last competition where I ran dry damn near on one steel plate. Then on the next stage I got it on the first shot. So that's really, it seems like a mental thing for me. So, but mostly what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep doing this dance between being competitive and shooting from a defensive carry situation. And inevitably what that's gonna mean is I'm gonna end up competing with myself. But for the most part, that's my take on my third competition. I'm not really sure when I'm going to have my next competition. It might be a little time from now. This is kind of expensive, but of course I'll have a video up and give you updates on that. I'll do a better job of getting my scores posted. If I can find my old scores, I'll go ahead and post those so y'all can actually see that I'm actually getting better with my shooting from a point standpoint. But for the most part, those are my thoughts on my third competition. Like I said, I caught the bug. It's there. I really want to do a 3-gun competition, but I'm running into issues in that it's expensive as hell, and it's just they only do it once a month. So if something comes up and I can't go, that's it. But I do want to get at least one in, and if I can do that, that'd be great. I'm pretty much already set up and good to go on that. So once again, that's Mr. Colon Noir from my third segment of my IDPA Diary series, and I'm out. Feel free to share, subscribe, comment, like, do all those great things that help the channel out. And please leave your discussions, leave me some comments, tell me what you think.